Welcome to my presentation of our game called Hi-Rise. I am the lead 3D artist of this game. It's a first-person shooter with a grapple set in a skyscraper construction site. The gun in the character's hands is a AK-47. I used a brown texture to symbolise wood and grey to act as the metal material of the gun. The AK-47 has a muzzle flash that appears while the gun is firing. You can also see that the gun has not many polys. This is because we wanted to develop low poly models. As we go upstairs, we can see the floor that uses concrete texture, which I did to build an environment that feels more like a construction site. At the top of the staircase, we see another character as well as a row of construction barricades, which can be used as cover. The character resembles a soldier, however the character has no textures due to a problem with the Unreal Engine, which deletes any downloaded textures. You can also see the character holding an AK-47. From here we can see more details of the gun that we can't see from the gun in our hands. We can see the gun chamber, the magazine and the hilt of the gun. I used a light grey texture for the gun chamber so that players can see it more easily. As I go around the other side of the character, we can see an issue with the gun model, where a part becomes see-through. As we go to the other side of the floor, we can see some decoration as well as an objective point. The objective point is a large decal on the floor. This is where the player will plant the bomb if they are on the terrorist team, or where the soldier team will search to defuse the bomb. The objective point is the large X on the floor. I also created a large metal container that can be used as a platform. There are also giant safety cones, which are too big and should be scaled down in the Unreal Engine. I also created a stack of concrete bags. I used an orange texture and yellow texture as I was creating a model that represents the blue circle concrete bags that I was using it as reference. I also created bumps and dents in the model to make it more believable that this was a bag. This crate also has a missing texture. It was meant to have a wood texture but was imported without texture. This is similar to the problem we had with the character as you saw before. Now we are going to the lower inner floors. Each floor has an objective that can be used as cover. You can also find another character here. However, in my opinion, there are not enough objects in here. I feel like the interior floors are a bit empty. At the lowest floor, there is pillars all around using a steel texture. We can also find another objective which players can use. We implemented more than one objective zone as we wanted players to have a choice when playing the game. There are also some oil drums here that we included to build onto the environment. I also created a green wall with holes in it, so that you can see the outside or inside. The pallets for the concrete bags also do not have any textures. I also created a crane that will allow the players more options when it comes to getting around the map. To get up the ladder you must use the grapple by pressing E. It can be a bit hard to get on top of the objects, like you can see here. In the future, we hope to bring more functionality with the ladders. There is currently nothing below the lowest floor. However, we want to develop a background scene for the game, starting with the lower floors of the skyscraper, then a floor and as well as a city backscape. A player can crouch while pressing control. This will allow players to use smaller objects more effectively as cover. You can also see your body if you look down. This is because the camera is connected to the head. This is another example of it being hard to get on top of objects. Originally we had wanted this to be a walkable platform that players can use to get around the map or exploit the map in a good way that will affect how players will experience the map. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Hi-Rise.